Wait, I know you clicked on the PalWorld video, but please just let me explain. So the system that I use to record the entire video for both audio and video capture just decided not to cooperate, so the audio was very unsalvageable, and the entire video is either missing frames or glitchy. And since I've already decided to cut the Torum content, I am just gonna roll with it and just provide over-the-mic commentary with these little segments in between to help digest on what is happening in the video. We're cool? We're good? Please say so. Anyway, just get through the video, and hopefully I'll have these issues settled by the next video. Oh my god, there is... What? Anyway, just back to the video. For full transparency, it's not like I have not played PalWorld at all. The only real difference to what makes the game new for me is that I had not played in a long time. Like, I kid you not, I stopped playing right around the same time that the lawsuit for PalWorld and Pokemon was new news. Like, it's just... I stopped playing around that, not because, like, I dislike the game or any means. It's a good game, it's just that I had other commitments, which, if you looked at my previous updated video, it was about me going to college, and I haven't really had time to play because, well, it's college. I want to get my education out of the way, and now that I did. But it seems that finding a job is now a new hassle, which, either way, I doubt most of you would understand, depending if you're actually of the certain age group that this video is actually targeting. But anyway, I immediately just jaw-dropped when I literally saw NPCs right by the gate. That's gonna be entering into, like, the actual area that is outside the beginner area. Well, I guess it's still the beginner area, but yet the real thing that's different is that there's actual side quests and everything. Like, during the playthrough, I noticed, like, hey, it's much more lively now because you see new events as you're going around the world. You get to see people interacting, you get to see pals actually interacting with other pals in certain particular ways. It's really, really surprising. Enough of me blabbering. It's time for me to actually discuss what's going on. So immediately off the bat, I've already made up my mind on what I was going to do as for the sake of my team. It's not that I'm going to be doing the best thing that's possible in the playthrough. Like, that's still going to happen if I need to do it. Because I'm doing this for my own enjoyment, not to suit some kind of challenge or anything. The main thing that I want to get out of the way is I'm going to be using pals that I like. And for me to do that effectively, I'm going to actually have to go and do a lot of breeding. But yet, I did not know, as the time of recording, because this is all in post, is that things have certainly changed. Of course, level's an issue, so I can't really do breeding effectively until I get, like, what, it was like level 45 or 50? I don't really know, but I haven't really checked. It's just I know it's, like, really high levels, so even though I do talk about it within the next episode, or possibly in this, if things go well and I can scavenge some audio. But the reality of the situation is that I cannot breed. So I'm just going to be still trying to use my favorite pals. It's just, like, not going to be using the most effective pals for every situation. So I'm glad that I got that out of the way. So, yeah, what was the first matter of business? So what exactly is on the agenda anyway? Well, it's pretty obvious. Well, probably up to somebody who actually played, but for those who aren't used to this game, I'll tell you anyway. For the main objective, I was thinking somewhere along the lines of, well, for one, I need a base of operations to even get started on some kind of aspect of manufacturing operations. But I also need to do one other thing in hopes to actually, level up and actually get to the levels that I need to eventually start breeding, is Pal Speed. For those who don't know, probably one of the easiest ways to level up is actually just filling out the Pal Dex. By getting a total of 12 pals, you're actually able to get an XP boost. of some shape or form depending on the difficulty of the PAL. However, you also get XP just by catching PALs. So, what do I need? I need PAL spheres to catch PALs. But yet the recipe itself is not only going to be tiresome to actually go out of the way and collect the materials to even make it, but I also need to focus on other aspects of my journey, like actual equipment and also a means to actually defend myself when PALs are not even enough. So, how do I even get as many PAL spheres that I need to even do all the things that I mean? Well, that's easy. I need to capture a Vixie, and I mean a lot of Vixie. Basically, for those who don't know, Vixie is a PAL that if provided on a ranch, it would actually, over time, passively dig up PAL spheres, arrows, and gold. Gold I can use to buy goods and services, such as medicine, arrows, for me to use the bows, crossbows. My base is going to be pretty shitty. Not going to lie. It's going to be very shitty. So, it's going to be something that I'm going to have to address later, but yet if I don't have to address it now, then I'm going to push it aside for now, just so that I can focus on other endeavors and potentially get to myself in a position to where I can actually do the most that I could possibly can. For the sake of leveling up, and doing side quests for all I care, because apparently side quests give you a lot of things. So after all that mansplaining, where am I at now exactly? Well, to provide a summary, I have built a temporary base. I explored the most of the starter island, handled some of the bosses over here, and even caught some. Caught one of my most favorite pals, Catrus. But Memorist is something I'm still kind of behind on. For reference, as of right now, my party stands at level 26. Whether it's a good position to be at, I tend to think so, especially this being the first episode. But is this something I would focus on leveling up my team in the next episode? Probably not. I think where my focus is going to stand is handling both the first tower boss and then the second tower boss, which is both where exactly? Oh, I already explained it. Would definitely be the rain. So I think the first thing that I would rather do for the first episode is redo the Rain Syndicate to level up, and then focus my efforts on both leveling up my PAL base, so I can then get a second base set up, professionally this time. And then, if things go well, I would definitely try to catch more PALs to level up. But I think I'm going to prioritize the base more than anything. Well, if you stick to the end, I both thank you and worry, because this video is it's not only shitty, but it's also an hour long. Although, that just allows me to appreciate you more. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time, preferably with a better quality video.